So I think it's finally happened. I think Facebook has finally disinvited me from participating anymore. I appealed it, but I don't think that they're gonna be too hot to let me participate anymore. And all I said was that Kamala Harris says things that make stupid people feel smart. Like, they are specifically designed to make stupid people feel smart. Like, so that video I made yesterday with the song over it, that's a funny song. But what she was saying, like, I'm gonna play the original clip right now on here. I'm gonna put the original clip in here, and it's going, and like, when you listen to what she says, fucking just listen to what she says.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
What did she even say? She didn't say nothing, dude. Like, she's so, like, her speechwriters, and like, she's retarded. Like, have you ever seen her give like an interview to anybody? I mean, since 2020, like, she hasn't given an interview except for that one where they were like, I swear to God, dude, hold on. I gotta go through this play by play. So, like, and there's only, I wish I could zoom in a little bit, can I? Like, I have to do it in the video editor app because, like, that's the only way I can figure out how to do this and be able to pause this video and ask you if I'm fucking crazy, or if, like, or if this makes sense to you. Am I crazy? Does this make sense to you? Here we go. This is Lester Holt. He's a journalist. Well, he was actually doing some journalism right here. But he's a journalist with NBC or ABC or one of them. And this was 3 years ago. Please keep in mind throughout the duration of this interview that this was 3 years ago. And, like, here we go. Whatever.
So you have a message for would-be migrants. Don't come. Why should they believe you when they know that people are getting in?
I've been working on this issue for a very long time. And the kind of violence and danger that is associated with that trek, especially when we're talking about from Guatemala through Mexico to the United States, it is extremely dangerous. We are looking at a situation where people are fleeing because of hunger, because of the hurricanes, because of the pandemic.
The question that he asked her was, you're telling people don't come, but they're not listening to you because they're getting in. That was it. Where are we at? We're at 36. Take it back here.
It's for would-be migrants. Don't come. Why should they believe you when they know that people are getting in?
Because of hunger, because of the hurricanes, because of the pandemic. So the reason I am here is to address those issues, knowing that the people who are here for generations, they want to stay. They don't want to leave, but they need opportunity. They need assistance.
City, you.
And, like, apart from the fact that she didn't even come anywhere near the same neighborhood that question's in, dude, she was, like, all the way over in Brooklyn Heights, and the question's way over here in fucking Eastlake, dude. Like, that was, like, what in the fuck did that? But beyond that, just listen to what she says, dude. Like, she never says anything. Hold on. Yeah. And I have not edited these clips, and these are all in full form so that you can see the response in its entire context, so that you can understand the question in the moment, unburdened by what is and what shall be, as Kamala Harris would say. She, like, this is how this person, and P.S., all my people in healthcare or in rehab, tell me if she's on Xanax, dude. She is on fucking Xanax. But beyond anything else, just listen to what she says. Here's a whole nother thing. This is all from the same interview. Like, this is all, like, here we go. I'm starting to talk like her.
On a daily basis. What they do see at their own border, children being lowered over fences, children coming in with, phone numbers stenciled on their hand.
Being lowered, Jesus. Fuck, dude, take it easy. I swear to God, it's the bulldog. But oh no, all my light went out. But so yeah, that's that. If you're ever asked to lower a kid into a crib or anything, this is how you lower a kid.
Being lowered over fences, children coming in with, phone numbers stenciled on their hand.
Yeah.
And so the question has come up, and you heard it here, and you'll hear it again, I'm sure. It's why not visit the border? Why not see what Americans are seeing?
Okay, so the question he just asked her is, why not visit the border
In this crisis.
Well, we are going to the border. We have to deal with what's happening.
We are going to the border. Keep that in mind for the next question.
At the border, there's no question about that. That's not a debatable point. But we have to understand that there's a reason people are arriving at our border, and ask what is that reason.
Look at what a smug bitch, dude. Like, for real. Like, and I don't feel bad calling her that, because, like, if you met a dude who was talking to you like this and smiling at you like this and bullshit and just layering bullshit on top of bullshit, you'd be like, you fucking smug asshole, dude. And, like, so she's a smug bitch, dude. Look at her go, dude. They've softened her up over the past couple of years, but she is just a uniquely unlikable person, dude.
And then identify the problem so we can fix it.
Let's talk about the corruption issue. You're notably not visiting El Salvador or Honduras, where you have leaders who have had links to corruption. Do you have enough reliable partners in this northern triangle, in this region, to do what needs to be done?
So, we are doing the work in the region as a whole. We've been engaged as an administration as
doing the work, like do the work, do better. These are just things that people who don't have a plan for anything say. Like, you can't just like do better or do the work or something like that. Is just,
the country at a high level with leaders in all three of the countries.
So what specifically are you offering these countries you're visiting? What is there a quid pro quo? If you do this, we'll do this?
No, it's not about quid pro quo.
Hey, dude, that was a lie right there. You want to see somebody lie to your fucking face, dude? Yeah, next time you're asked somebody a question and they make this face before they answer your question, they're about to deflect that shit, dude. That is a fucking wow.
Yeah.
Is there a quid pro quo? If you do this, we'll do this?
No, it's not about quid pro quo. It's simply about understanding, if nothing else, that the return on our investment is
the return on our investment. So he said, the question that he just asked her is, are you giving a quid pro quo to the corrupt? The first part of the question was, there are corrupt leaders down in these countries. Is that why you're not visiting these countries? And then she said, and then he said, but what are you giving them, even though you're not fucking doing anything, right? Even though you're not fucking doing anything, even though you're just talking a bunch of shit, what are you giving them? You got to be giving them something in order to get them to do whatever the fuck she thinks they're going to do. It's fucking corrupt. What are they going to do with all this money? They're going to keep it, dude. Are you out of your mind? Like, this is
the same return on your investment that if you have a neighbor on your block where you grew up who's having a hard time, it's in the best interest not only of your neighbor but yourself to help them out, right? And that's how we think about this work. What is the United States' interest in this? We're prepared to show up and do it in.
What has she, what the fuck does that? She just talked for 15 seconds and didn't say a goddamn thing, dude. That was like, she is like a fucking judo ninjutsu fucking super karate champion kick-ass fucking gold medal belt, black belt having motherfucker in not saying shit, dude.
Neighbor but yourself to help them out, right? And that's how we think about this work. What is the United States' interest in this? We're prepared to show up and do it in a way that is motivated by the best interest of diplomacy and democracy and goodwill.
So how quickly does this change what we see at the border?
There's not going to be a quick fix. We're not going to see
We
an
know, it's
immediate
been 3
return,
years.
but we're going to see progress.
We
The
have
real
not seen
work
that.
is going to take time to manifest itself. Will it be worth it? Yes. Will it take some time? Yes.
President Biden, as vice president, led a very
Yo, she is so fucking just a snake, dude. People who vote for this are the same people who end up in relationships where the people cheat on them, dude. Like she should be selling fucking cars right now at some fucking shit junk lot down on St. Clair or on fucking Montano in Albuquerque or on fucking Boulder Highway. This is snake oil.
and led a very similar effort. What's significantly different about what you're doing this time?
I'm building off of what the president, then Vice President Joe Biden, did at that time, but also understanding that this moment is different in many ways. Take, for example, the pandemic. One of the first things we as a nation were able to offer Guatemala was support with their vaccines. I've made a commitment, and we announced it last week, of 500,000 vaccines to Guatemala.
This interview took place in 2021, dude. But P.S., yeah, excuse you. And P.S., dude, she's like, nah, it wasn't like a quid pro quo. But meanwhile, she's just giving out what? Did that have to be 500,000 vaccines? What did that have to be? $300 million? $400 million? Are you out of here? Like this. And we didn't get shit back for it. Like this. And she paid him a whole bunch of money. And
Guatemalans. Part of what we're doing is I've asked Microsoft to partner with us on what we can do to get people access to banking systems through technology and basically help them.
They're poor. What do you mean get them access to bank? They can't afford food. What the fuck are they going to do with a Bank of America account? What are they going to do with Cash App? What the fuck? Like this. And do you want to know why they're still poor after 3 years? Because of all the money we sent to them, the politicians kept it all. It's a fucking racket, dude. Am I alone here? Am I fucking insane? I am sitting in my house with my dog talking to myself on a fucking camera right now watching this shit. And yeah, I'm insane. I might be insane, dude. Maybe I am crazy, dude. Who the fuck knows?
With their digital connectiveness. But the bones of the work, really, it's the same. Their digital connectiveness, the bones of the work,
if they
really,
just had
it's the
Facebook,
same.
they wouldn't fucking
Let's see the people,
house.
let's see their needs, and let's focus on it. And understand our.
Their digital connectiveness, man. Their digital connectiveness is the reason that they're leaving these fucking countries and coming and traversing thousands of miles of open desert with them. Did you know that Mexico has the most poisonous species of any country in the entire world? It has more poisonous species of animals than most developed countries in the world combined. And it's 104,000 degrees. There's no water anywhere you look. There's fucking coyotes that are looking to carry away your baby and fucking eat it in a ditch. But you're just going to drop it over the fence anyways. But it is, Mexico itself, when you're in the desert parts of Mexico, is the most inhospitable environment on the planet. This shit,
work, really, it's the.
But just hit them with. I know we've got a few of them AOL CDs laying around, dude. Have them toss that in their fucking computers, dude. Link them up, dude. You've got mail, and then they're good to go.
The same. let's see the people, let's see their needs, and let's focus on it and understand our responsibility.
Why will it be successful this time if it wasn't in the past?
Well, I think there was success about what happened.
She's so fucking transparent, dude. He drinks so much water. If you be honest right now with yourself, if you were speaking to somebody and they were talking to you with that face, using that hand and that tone of voice, would you be like, listen, bitch? Like, I know you would. So don't, like, when you hear guys say she's a bitch, know that we're saying it in the same way that you would look at somebody who's talking to you that way and be like, look, bitch, for real.
To visit the border.
At some point, you know, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
The balls on this bitch. Dude, are you kidding me right now? This is still, I've seen this clip dozens of times over the past 3 years, and it never ceases to amaze me, the unmitigated gall. Dude, I don't know what else to say, dude. Like, that is, can you believe the size of the balls on this person?
This whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
And when you hear people talk about her laugh, like, we're not talking about the fact that she laughs. We're not talking about the fact of how she laughs, although she does have just the most shrill cackle, dude. You gotta admit that. And, like, it fools people nowadays because it's so crazy that everybody's pretending like she just, like, apparated out of thin air, and, like, nobody's heard of her before. Like, they're all like, wow, where did this lady come from? She's so fresh and new and entertaining. She's been in elected office for like 30 years, dude. Like, she like, so the point about her laughing is not the fact that she laughs, it's when she laughs. They've softened it up a lot, though, because over the past 3 years they've taught her just to laugh all the time. Just laugh all the time like an absolutely fucking demented smurf, and just, like, cackle your ass off, because the only time she used to laugh was when she was being asked a question that she couldn't answer. You knew when she started cackling, there were memes about it. I wish somebody would laugh at my memes the way that Kamala laughs at jokes, at questions she can't answer. And that's her tell, dude. Watch during the debate. Please watch the debate. That's why I'm doing this right now. I feel like an idiot doing this right now. And you're probably looking at it going, you are an idiot doing this right now. But this is so important, dude. Like, this is the woman who could possibly be talking to other foreign leaders. Like, this is
discounting the importance of the border.
Well, I mentioned it because even I know Republicans have certainly come at you on this, but Democratic Congressman Cuellar, as a border district, has said to you and the president, come. You need to see this.
Listen, I care about what's happening at the border. I'm in Guatemala because my folks.
You know, and when I was out here, I was talking to people out here in Ohio. And when this happened, I said, can you believe she said that? And they go, well, she was just in Oakland. And it dawned on me that lots of people, like, don't know things. And so, like, Oakland, you may think that Oakland, because of the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Raiders, right? You may think, like, some people may think that it's part of the same metro complex. It's not. Like, I don't know. Oakland's in San Francisco, and it's got to be 700 miles away from the border. And she just said she's in Guatemala. Like, she's like, I'm in Guatemala. It's got to be 1,000 miles. How far is
the drive from your location to Guadalajara is 2,000. The drive from Guatemala to Ciudad Juarez is 3,057.1 kilometers.
That's gotta be 1,500 miles. That I don't know. I don't know how to do that conversion. But like that, she's like, I'm in Guatemala. The fuck do you want from me over here? I'm the border czar. She's the border czar. That's why. So when you hear people say she wasn't the border czar, that's why this interview is happening. She was named the border czar, and then she spent 6 months not doing shit about the border, except for apparently giving away a fucking bunch of vaccines and internet shit. and all kinds of money. I don't know. Let's see how much. An additional $42.5 million. $231 million per year. What the fuck have we got? We haven't gotten shit for it, dude. Like, this still in absolute crisis. 1 million people a year are still, and people out here in Ohio, they just don't get it. Like, they just don't get it because we're so far removed from it right now. But like, it's everybody in the Southwest knows what I'm talking about. And like, it's not hateful. Like, the people who dislike illegal immigrants the most, to be honest with you, are legal first generation Mexican immigrants. Fuck that bitch and her name, dude. So this is 2021. Am I hallucinating right now? Am I tripping out the fuck right now? Because it looks like, from what I'm reading, she went to the border once in June of 2021 in El Paso in Cuellar's district, and she hasn't gone back. 5 months ago, that's in November, so 11 minus 5 is 6, that's June. Chose a long-term approach, boy. She was never, here you go, right here, she was never the border czar. She was never the border czar, as her critics claim. Wasn't the border czar. Was Kamala Harris the border czar? No, let's see if anybody, what the fuck, suck my dick, dude. So she went to the border one fucking time, and we've given them $1 billion. $1 billion. Nothing's better in Guatemala. That's 55.1%. Despite the country's economic growth, which has not led to a significant reduction in poverty. Imagine my fucking shock that the government of Guatemala is rich, but the people are still poor. Squish, get your lazy ass off the couch and go get me some nitro, because I'm fucking shocked, bro. Oh my God. Like, I can't. The people who vote for, if you vote for her, you are fucking stupid, dude. Like this, like, okay, so then let's. All right. What? 19th news. No. Uh, all right, so Snopes doesn't have one. All right, so God damn it to fuck. Can you believe I had to go all the way to Australia?
Media used to say about Harris and what they're saying now that the campaign has put the word out to do an about face.
Quote unquote border czar. Vice President Harris was not a border czar.
Meantime, Vice President and border czar Kamala Harris facing some backlash.
What he said about Harris and immigration was not true. She was never appointed border czar.
And this will be her first visit to the U.S.-Mexico border region since she was appointed as the border czar by President Biden.
People are going to have to counter the misinformation. You already hear folks talking about the border czar. She wasn't the border czar.
President Biden tapped Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, to be the border czar.
Now, she wasn't the border czar. That's what Republicans labeled her.
They were very critical of Kamala Harris, especially in her role as border czar.
Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record, calling her a border czar.
Kamala Harris, who was appointed as the border czar.
The Biden team didn't declare her the border czar. They wanted her to work on kind of the root causes of immigration.
There has been so much criticism against Kamala Harris. You know, she was the border czar.
Calling her sort of the border czar, which wasn't necessarily the case.
So the border, if they weren't planning to address it in a major way, do not make her your border czar. She met with some of the Northern Triangle countries, but nothing has effectively changed.
You can just see it.
Can you please, dude? Can you fucking please, bro? I swear, man. Unfucking believable. Every single last bit of it, dude.
Focus is dealing with the root causes of migration. There may be some who think that that is not important, but it is my firm belief that if we care about what's happening at the border, we better care about the root causes and address them. And so that's what I'm doing.
If you buy this shit, dude, I don't know what to do for you, man. I haven't been to Europe either. So the last thing I'm going to put on here is just a bunch of clips of her talking her stupid shit, dude. It's fucking like
What can be unburdened by what has been. There are those who are unable to see what.
she has a few sayings that she likes to say over and over and over and over again. And I don't even know what the stupid shit she said. It's something about, well, hold on.
What has been. There are those who are unable to see what can be. But there are many more who are able to see what can be unburdened by what has been. Remember Venn diagrams?
What can be unburdened by what has been. That's what she always says. She always says that because it makes stupid people go, oh.
3 circles, right.
And she has such a fucking boner for Venn diagrams, dude. Like her, like...
And then let's just see where they overlap. You will not be surprised because I have constructed a Venn diagram on this. Remember those 3 circles, how they overlap? I love Venn diagrams.
That's another thing, because stupid people, no matter how stupid you are, you know what a Venn diagram is, and you think about it in your mind when she describes it, and you say it's 2 circles that intersect, and it shows you intersections. And then she says that, and you go, oh, yeah, dude, yeah, for sure, yeah. And it, like...
So I just do, whenever you're dealing with conflict, pull out a Venn diagram, right? And so, you know, the 3 circles.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
And when I say that she's going to be talking to leaders of other countries, I don't mean the jackass in fucking Germany, or the idiot in France, or the douchebag in Italy, or any of them. I'm talking about Vladimir Putin. I'm talking about Kim Jong-un. I'm talking about King bin Salman. I'm talking about the Ayatollah Khomeini. I'm talking about fucking serious people here. And if she goes up to Vladimir Putin and, like, this guy is ex-KGB agent. He has killed people with his bare hands dozens of times. He orders the murders of several thousand people a year before he has breakfast. Like, Kim Jong-un is bloodthirsty. Fucking the Ayatollah Khomeini, President Xi of China. Like, you cannot go up to these people and say, we want you to live in the past with us in a oneness of everything that is, unburdened by what has been. If it shall be so, then we will make it here happen in this very future in which we find ourselves looking towards from the present in which we are currently inhabiting. Like, you can't go up to these people and say that shit. Like, the only thing, I promise you, Jesus Christ is my witness, I believe that the only reason they are not sitting there attacking the fuck out of us right now is the prospect that Donald Trump will become president and he will come in and kill every single one of them. They are not, this is not, like, you can't do diplomacy with people like this, dude. You have to show strength with people like this, and you can't go in there like the president is incapacitated. Nobody's seen him in days, dude. He's fucking eating applesauce on a beach somewhere. She's out here talking about the magical oneness of my butthole, and fucking the whole world is burning down.
Oh, my arms are just fucking stuck like this. This ain't normal thought. What do I do? Now I gotta walk like a douche for the rest of my life. Now I gotta walk like a douche for the rest of my life. Fuck!